get you with people you think got your back, so that you're not guarded on how you act around them. So by the time that they wound you, you never saw it coming, so the hurt is always worse. And some of y'all right now, you can shout right now, because I'm all up in your family business, because some of y'all can testify that you didn't know how jacked up your family was until you decided to move, get a job, go to college, or start your own business. See, the moment you start dreaming, the first people that get fractured is your family. And be careful making the assumption that your friends are your supporters, because everybody who got your skin ain't your kin. Preach.com right there. Listen. But God's got a way of taking the hateful scheme of people who tried to destroy your dream, flip the script, using what they did to further elevate you where God is trying to take you. See, what they don't know is that in this chapter is where the dream comes true. The text that I read ends by saying that the scheme took him to Egypt. Okay. The scheme took Joseph to Egypt, and his dream comes true in Egypt. You missed that. Went over your head right there. Let me try this out. The hater's scheme took him to Egypt, and his dream comes true in Egypt. They hated him and put him in a well. He ended up in a well, and he ended up in Egypt. He was in Egypt where his dreams come true. He never would have been in Egypt if they hadn't put him in a well. He never would have been in a well if they hadn't hated on him. They hated on him and they put him in a well. When they put him in the well, he got sold. When he got sold, he went to Egypt. When he got to Egypt, that's when he got promoted. He never would have gotten promoted if he hadn't gone to Egypt. He never would have gone to Egypt if he hadn't gotten sold. He never would have been sold if they never put him in a well. They put him in the well because they were hating on him. So their hating became his elevating. Listen. God told me to tell somebody up here in World Harvest, stop fighting with your enemy. Stop getting ghetto with your enemy. Let your enemy do what your enemy does, because God's going to take what they do and use it to desire to take you higher than ever before. Is there anybody in here who knows that God will make your hater your elevator? He'll make you, listen, he'll make your haters your stepping stone. All right. Listen, go ahead. When you get home today, when you get home, I want you to get on your internet. In fact, pull out your phone right now and text somebody right now, just 2 words. Text those haters 2 words. Just tell them thank you. Thank you. Because when you did what you did to me, you set me up for what God had for me. When you lied on me, when you stepped on me, when you, listen. This part of the sermon ain't for the bougie folks. This ain't for the frozen chosen right here. This ain't for you. But for the rest of us, I only want the folks to shout up in here. The only ones I want you to shout for rejection. Yeah. I only want the folks to shout. I ain't talking about the ones that got good jobs, ones that got a house and a car. I only want the folks that can shout for rejection. I want the folks to shout saying, God, thank you that he left me. Thank you that they fired me. Thank you that they walked away. Thank you that they said, lose my number. Because when they walked away, that's when you walked in. And when you walked in, that's when I went up. And the next time you see them, sister, have your hair done in place, have your nails done, have your toes done. And when that brother looks at you, he gonna be shocked that you look that good. And then you can look back at him and he gonna say, girl, how did you look that good? You said, I didn't do this, you did this. Because when you decided to put your hands on me, that's when God decided to elevate me. Can I show you in the text? The text teaches us, God will teach us what happens when folks try to come against us. Number one, here it is. Tweet, Facebook, whatever, here it is. God teaches us that who you are is not tied into what you have. Oh my God, today. That your value is not determined or defined by having valuable things. You see, we are raising children with the wrong mentality. To think that their value is wrapped into having valuable stuff. Listen, you can have valuable stuff and never know your value. Because valuable stuff ain't nothing but stuff. Value is on the inside. It's intrinsic. It has nothing to do with your accoutrements of your aesthetic or your pulchritude. Talk Maceo Bailey. It has nothing to do with your degree. It has nothing to do with where you live. It has nothing to do with the letters before or behind your name. Listen, when you know your value, it has nothing to do with what you have, but it has everything to do with who you are. So that when you know your value, I can drive a hoopty like it's a Bentley sitting on 20s. When I know my value, I can wear Walmart like I just stepped out of Neiman Marcus. When I know my value, I can work at McDonald's like I own the place. When I know my value, I don't need name brand because I already got a name, and it's a name above all other names. Touch somebody right now and say, baby, I know my value. I don't like the way they looked at you. Turn to somebody else and say, baby, I know my value. Listen. Sister Dog, I used to think that they hated him because he had a dream. But as I read the text again, the text doesn't say that they hated him because of the dream. Read the text. Read the text. The text says, when he told them his dream, they hated him all the more. The implication is they already hated him, and this new thing just manifested itself. Because see, when folks come against you, it ain't something new that they just started feeling. They were already feeling it. You just did something else to make them come out the bag. You walk around here talking about, I don't know why they don't talk to me. They ain't never talk to you. I don't know why they don't like me. They ain't never liked you. But God got tired of them fronting in front of you, so he made a situation happen where they could no longer hide how they truly felt. They didn't hate him because he had a dream. They hated homeboy because he had a coat. I know that was so simple you missed it. See, the father gave him a gift. The coat was a symbolic gift of the father's favor on his life. Okay. The coat was the evidence of the father's favor. When he showed up in the coat, he showed up wearing the father's favor. So every time they saw the coat, it was a constant reminder that he was walking in the level of favor that they did not have. They didn't hate him because he had a dream. They hated him because every time they saw him, he was wearing the father's favor, and they could not handle that the favor was on his life. Listen. Some people don't like you. They don't even know you. You ain't never had lunch with them. You ain't never had a conversation with them. You don't even know their email address. But every time you turn around, they got your name on their lips. And you've been trying to figure out how come they don't like you. Touch somebody and say, the preacher about to help us right